Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So, for some reason, Tyrese Gibson has been in the media as of late. Now, we all know that just recently, I think a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken, he was ordered by the courts to pay something along the lines of $600K and I think back child support or something to that nature to his ex-wife. And it's just been a rocky road for him even before that. Now, like I said, lately he's been in the media. People have been talking about how he was very upset and sad, again, because he was announcing to the world that this woman, who's his ex-wife now by the name of Samantha never loved him truly, just wanted to be with him for the money. And a lot of people are scratching their heads and saying, did you just find that out? Because we all knew this. And while it's messed up that, women do get, some women, it's not up here paint all women bad, because we're not about to do that. But it is sad that some women will get with men, only for their money, and will leave them when everything goes, to the trash, or God forbid they, fall down one figure, monetarily or financially rather. Then they just walk away because that ain't enough money for them anymore. Or like the pandemic, there were some men who unfortunately ended up in divorces initiated by their wives because they weren't making as much money because of the lockdown. But here's the problem that I have with this situation. Y'all know I'm going to always bring these kinds of issues up. And if you don't want to hear about it, then my channel might not be the channel for you. But we're going to go back to square number one. All of these men who we see in the media, and we've got to be honest, they're all black men, who have gotten with these women, who've gotten, some of them have gotten divorces, some of them are still together. But everybody knew, including these men, that these women did not really want them unless they had that money. I fail to feel sorry for anybody who passes up all of the women who would commit to them and treat them right for all the reasons that we know, and get with these women who they know will only want to be with them because they have the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some women who have let these men know, like, if you weren't making, six figures, I wouldn't be looking your way. And they know this too, and they go get him anyways. How ridiculous is that? How dumb is that? And then get on the internet and cry about how they didn't love them and how they only wanted the money. You knew this. You chose them anyways. I'm still trying to understand. Maybe my empathy is a little bit broken, but I'm having a really hard time. Like, I really am, y'all. I need y'all to help me because I'm having a really hard time feeling sorry for people like Tyrese Gibson because of this very reason. We're not about to gaslight anybody. Y'all are not about to gaslight me. And we're not about to sit up here and act like he didn't know that this woman wouldn't have gave him a double glance if he didn't have the kind of money he had. And I know he knew that. A lot of those men go after those kinds of women. And we all know what kind of women I'm talking about. I don't have to spell it out. I would, but I don't have to. I've said on a multitude of videos that I've made that people have got to be careful with who they give their time to, their attention to, their heart to, who they choose to marry, have children with. And I do mean that in a very respectful way. Although there's a lot of people I've seen, especially as of late, the last year or so, some people very disrespectfully have been throwing around the phrase, oh, you should have chose better, you should have picked better. But somebody needs to tell some of these celebrities and some of these rich men that they should be doing a better job choosing who they spend their time with and getting married to, because I'm starting to think some of them are intentionally making very unwise decisions with who they get yoked up with. Now, I am in very much agreement, on a second point, that a prenup being signed on both parties is something that needs to be done. Now, some people, and I used to agree in my more naive days, they'll say, oh, well, if you sign a prenup, that means you don't trust the person. Or if you're making them sign a prenup, you don't trust them. Like I said, I used to believe that back in my very naive days, but I do not anymore. Okay, people are human, very human. And they will disappoint you. They will frustrate you. They will let you down. One moment they might be telling you how much they love you and all of what they'll do for you because they love you. 3 years down the road, after y'all have been married and went through hell and you did all of what you could for them and then some, they hate you now. And they want somebody because they're 5 years younger, or because their skin is lighter, or because they're taller, or their butt is bigger. Now you up the creek and you ain't got nothing, or the reverse. It's the guy that's like, the girl decides, hey, I don't want you no more. I want this other guy because he's taller, he's better looking, he's got more money, and then she divorces him and takes him for half, if not everything. So yes, I do believe a prenup is very much important on both parties' parts. Not just the man or not just the woman, but both. Now, why some of these celebrities be acting like, they could just trust anybody? Like, I get it. Like I said, you want to show the person that you trust them and that trust is crucial whenever you are in a relationship. But still, that prenup though, like I said, you never know what could happen in the future. That prenup though, that's all I have to say about that. Like I said, I don't want to beat a dead horse about the whole, them marrying the wrong people, the wrong kind of women. Like I said, this is the whole Hollywood, men in Hollywood thing. Like, I don't understand. Well, yeah, I do understand why they choose these women and then want to go boohoo on the internet about what they've done. Okay. Don't forget who you are, where you came from. Be with women that would be with you, whether you have the money and the fame or not. Because those are the only women that are going to stick in there with you despite what happens and what comes your way. They're not going to take you to the cleaners for your net worth after X amount of years in a marriage and babies and then slap you with child support and spousal support. They're going to want to stay in there with you and treat you right as long as you're doing them right. But like I said, I don't want to beat a dead horse because all adults should know this by now. It's only common sense. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel down in the comments below. Let me know if my empathy is just a bit broken or not, or if you feel the same. Y'all have a blessed day.